what a lot of people do, as I say, is it's called juicing up links or whatever. They will also use things like Sape, which is a Russian network of links. And basically what the Russian guys do is just hack websites. So if I want a whole bunch of construction links, then the guys from Sape will get me links, and whether you like it or not, and whether you own the website, my link's getting placed in your website, and it'll repeatedly get put in that website, because I can't remember what the stats are, it's over 30% of websites out there are built in WordPress, which is very easy to hack. So you might think you've got your kind of word fence or whatever you've got on there protecting yourself, but there's guys out there placing links on your website every other day. So that's what Sape is, and that is what I would power up LED's content with if I had a link on it. So I'm not going to damage my own website. The chances are you're getting damaged, so if there's any penalties, they go your way. You can also get really powerful websites. A website that I've ended up getting was Nigel Farage, who is a well-known politician here in the UK, and he obviously was no longer a member of the European Parliament and let his domain expire. It was a fairly powerful domain name, DR44, and it had a whole bunch of very powerful referring domain names: YouTube, New York Times, BBC, Guardian, every other PR link you could ever get. Nigel Farage had that. So that's why it's of interest to me as an SEO guy, because I can utilise that power to power up other websites. That's part of the SEO process. It's perfectly legal to buy a domain name that is available, and obviously that one expired and I've decided to get it. For me, what's working really well at the moment's taking advantage of the cheap Facebook stuff that's out there just now. I'm getting stuff for a penny a click.
Reddit.
Advertise to the Indian or the some other audience as well, and that works really well for me. I can get serious amount of traffic, real traffic, from a range of different IPs from the Indian audience, for a penny a click. So my good friend Peter van de Graaf, well known in the SEO industry, and this story is well known across the industry as well, was asked to rank a Japanese fetish website which wanted to rank for the word bukkake. Now, for those of you who don't know what bukkake means, very difficult to get anyone to link to that. That is going to be a problem. So the solution was, well, he had to ask himself, do we do some link bait, or do we explain the working of a bukkake in a clinical fashion, or do we make up that bukkake is something it's not to get people to link to it? And the decision, or the solution, was they created a website of a guy called Professor John Bukkake. So the domain name was johnbukkake.com. So they said that this Professor John Bukkake was a facial dermatologist out of the University of Calcutta in India. And they were able to then publish a page. They were able to get links from all over the place, including Wikipedia and a whole bunch of other medical and quite high-powered websites. Another good way, I made some decent money as well, and it's a genius trick, and I made a lot of money doing it, is LED talked earlier about content and how much of that's really important. What I done was, I can't be fucked writing all that content, can't be bothered fighting with LED. So what I done was built a website that's just full of contact numbers for the likes of anyone who's got customer service, whether it's insurance, bank, whatever it might be. So I've got a website out there, and I'll show you later on if you want, once this camera's off. And what I've done is just ranked well for things like Barclays Bank customer service. All I'm competing with is a shitty contact page that has no content on it. So content alone ranks me well for it. So when someone Googles Barclays Bank customer service, my page comes up number 1, and I've got a premium number on it. And there's literally fucking hundreds of thousands of people searching for that shit a month. So that's another naughty little trick that you can do with premium numbers to make some money. For example, this is an image that appeared in the Liverpool Echo, which is a paper in the UK. And you'll see there it says image Julian Hamilton Daily Mirror. The next image says image copyright unknown. And what that can lead to is someone seeing that as an opportunity. So someone might say, right, well, image copyright unknown, that's quite a good opportunity. I can go to the Liverpool Echo and I can put in the domain name and type image unknown, and up will pop a whole bunch of images that they don't know who they belong to. Now, what happens there is you can then reach out to that editor and say, that's my image you're using, please provide me with a link back to, you know, credit my website or whatever it's going to be. And in a lot of cases, they may or may not do that. So a story, before I go into some of the tools, I was talking in Milan in November and I met a guy called Peter van de Graaf, and he doesn't call himself an SEO anymore. He calls himself an opinion sculptor or opinion sculpting. That's the service that he provides. This guy was actually involved in the US elections for Donald Trump, putting out fake news, all that kind of stuff. So can you actually believe what you read online? Even if you were to Google, how do you do this or how do you do that? Everything that's on page 1 in Google has been manipulated. You can't trust it. You know, I could put a blog post up there saying, you know, playing with some of the toys helps your website rank in Google, and someone might believe it or whatever. You know, it doesn't, you know, because I said it doesn't mean it's actually true. So Peter worked for Donald Trump. All they done was build PBNs and put out fake news and stuff to change people's opinions and vote for Donald Trump. You know, he was given a £20 million budget to do that over a 4-year period, and or whatever it was. I don't know how long Trump was, whatever the period was. He was given 20 million quid to build PBNs and form people's opinions.